What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Nevaina, your drama-free drama coach, coming to you with our tip for the day. And we've been talking a little bit these past few times about identity. So now I want to talk to you about identity theft. Now, if you've been watching the movies and Showtime and some other stuff, then you saw me in the movie Identity Thief. And even though when I shot the scenes, it was a lot longer, I had a couple of lines, but I tell you, me and the editor, boom, by the time it finished, I was just in the background laughing at the main character, Melissa McCartney's character, because she was just looking out of place and real funny, right? So even though it's kind of background, we still say amen because we got residuals coming in and we're excited about that. So go and rent the movie from Redbox, okay? But beyond that, if the whole theme of the movie was about identity theft, and if you, God forbid, have been the victim of identity theft, the first thing that the person has to do usually is to get a fake ID with your name and information on it. And then they start piling up credit and bad debt and illegal tickets and all kind of stuff using your information, and it's not you, right? So I was thinking about this and I said, how is it that actors are the victims of identity theft? And this is what I came up with. There's a saying that you may be familiar with called the starving artist. To me, that is a fake ID. There's no reason that we as artists, the ones who create, the ones responsible for telling stories, provoking emotion, creating make-believe, need to be starving. In fact, our gift can make room for us. In fact, we see many people who are living very abundant lifestyles, and what do? They are actors. Now, true enough, many of them have diversified their talents. They get into directing, writing, producing, but it's all different topics in the same conversation, right? And it is still essentially your gift making room for you. So I submit to you, actors, reject that fake ID. Don't be the victim of identity theft. You are not a starving artist. I am an abundant artist. Try that on for size. Come on, say it with me. I am an abundant artist. My gift makes room for me, right? I'm very much into affirmations and speaking it, because whatever you say, you'll see. So that's been one of the biggest identity theft moves in the life of the artist that I could identify. Now, where does this translate itself into our real lives? Oftentimes, we allow situations, circumstances, other people to tell us who we are or who we are supposed to be. Again, stealing your true identity and basically giving you a fake ID. So who are you going to decide that you want to be? There's a parable in the Bible, and it's in the book of John. I also think it's in one of the M's, Matthew or Mark, but you're probably familiar with it. It's the conversation between Christ and the woman at the well. And there's a place in that conversation where he asks her, go and get your husband. And she says, I don't have a husband. And Christ says, indeed, you've spoken correctly, because the 5 that you had before this one that you have is not your husband, right? And theologians, when they break this down symbolically, they trace it back to the Samaritans not being able to get their religious identity in place. So they tried about 5 different major religions as a people, trying to discover what is going to spiritually anchor and identify us as a people. And that conversation to me is so profound because we often in life will attach ourselves to different things trying to come up with our identity, be it a relationship, be it shopping, be it gambling, sometimes drugs, sometimes alcohol. All of this just trying to find ourselves, find our identity. When really, when you look at that parable, by getting yourself connected with your spiritual source, that is the place where your true identity can be revealed, and revealed in a way that it is no longer subject to identity theft because, again, you know who you are, you know what you believe, and that's all you need to know. This is Nevaina, your drama-free drama coach, saying, I live my art, I love my art, I live my life, I love my life, and you can too.